Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the History AI podcast. I'm your host, Chuck.
And I'm Marco. Today, we're going deep on one of the founding fathers of America, the fourth president, and the man often called the father of the Constitution, James Madison.
Oh, Madison. I thought for a second you were talking about someone's dad.
Well, in a way, he's America's dad. Let's dive in.
Born in 1751 in Port Conway, Virginia, James Madison Jr. hailed from a prominent Virginia plantation family. His father, James Madison Sr., was the largest landowner in Orange County, and his mother, Nellie Conway Madison, came from a rich family as well.
He was born with the proverbial silver spoon. But he didn't just rest on those laurels, he really used his privileges for education. Madison studied at the College of New Jersey, which is now Princeton University. Imagine going to Princeton before it was cool.
Yeah, he was the original hipster.
Madison had a range of talents. Not only was he a great political theorist, but he was also a gifted debater and had a knack for understanding complex governmental structures. Plus, his note-taking skills at the Constitutional Convention? Top-notch.
Right, I mean, the guy took so many notes. If he was around today, he'd be the king of live tweeting events. Now, Madison's military career wasn't exactly storied. Though he held a colonel's commission in the Orange County militia, his fragile health meant he never saw active duty. But he was heavily involved in revolutionary politics.
And that's where his strength lay, behind the scenes, crafting the strategy and laying the groundwork.
Fast forward to 1787, and we find Madison at the Constitutional Convention. He was a driving force there, presenting the Virginia Plan, which formed the basis of the Constitution's structure.
Yep, he wanted a strong central government to replace the weak Articles of Confederation. People often forget how instrumental he was, but without him, who knows what the US government would look like today?
Probably like a badly assembled IKEA shelf?
Exactly.
Alright, before we get to the romance, a quick word from our sponsor.
Introducing the game changer in energy boosts, Strike Force Energy. Elevate your drinks without the sugar, without the calories. Whether you're hitting the gym, the office, or the great outdoors, a dash of Strike Force Energy supercharges your drink and you. Dive into strikeforceenergy.com to explore. And hey, here's a little spark. Use code UTSALAX24 at checkout for a cool 20% off. That's UTSALAX24. Strike Force Energy, the power-up you've been waiting for.
Now Marco, we can't discuss Madison without touching on his romance with the vibrant, charismatic Dolly Payne Todd.
Ah, Dolly. They met in 1794. Madison was a bit of an introvert, while Dolly was this vivacious social butterfly.
Talk about opposites attracting.
Indeed. They were married a year later, and Dolly became an essential partner, both politically and personally.
Madison was a fierce advocate for individual rights. He played a pivotal role in drafting and promoting the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
And he co-wrote the Federalist Papers with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay. These documents were so crucial in explaining and defending the new Constitution to the public.
And yet, he never had a hit musical written about him.
Madison was initially skeptical about needing a Bill of Rights. But he realized its importance for ensuring individual freedoms and worked hard to draft and ensure its adoption.
And thanks to him, we have 10 amendments that protect our individual freedoms.
As the fourth president, Madison faced significant challenges. The most notable was the War of 1812 against Britain.
And this was due to trade restrictions, the British supporting Native American tribes against American expansion, and a desire for the U.S. to assert its independence.
Madison may not have wanted the war, but once it began, he stood firm. And after it, there was a surge of American nationalism.
Madison's legacy is huge. From the Constitution to the Bill of Rights, his fingerprints are all over American government.
And beyond policies, he set standards for leadership, governance, and commitment to representative government.
Absolutely. When you think of shaping a nation, Madison was like the chief architect. Well, that was a whirlwind tour of James Madison's life. As always, it's been a pleasure diving into history with you, Marco.
Likewise, Chuck. Until next time.
Remember folks, history isn't just dates and facts, it's stories of real people who shaped our world. Stay curious.